In the heart of an Igbo village called Umuokpa, nestled between sprawling palm trees and red clay paths, there lived a clockmaker named Chokuma. His shop, an unassuming hut with a slanted thatched roof, was filled with ticking clocks of all shapes and sizes. But one clock, hidden beneath a dusty cloth on a wooden shelf, was different. This clock, known only to Chokuma, had no ordinary gears. Instead, its cogs shimmered like liquid gold, and its hands moved backward. Legend whispered that it could turn back time, but only at a price. Chokuma guarded the secret jealously, having inherited it from his father. He had never used it until the night tragedy struck. It was the eve of the New Yam festival. The entire village was alive with the sound of drums, laughter, and the aroma of roasting yams. Chokuma's only son, Ifoni, was racing along the moonlit paths with his friends. But as the children played near the river, Ifoni slipped on the slick mud and fell into the swirling waters. The village mourned. Chokuma was inconsolable, his cries piercing the quiet of the night. It was then that he turned to the forbidden clock. With trembling hands, he uncovered it. The golden gears glimmered in the flickering light of an oil lamp. As he wound the clock, it emitted a low hum, and the air in the room grew heavy. "Take me back to the moment before the river claimed him," Chokuma whispered. The hands of the clock spun backward, and suddenly, the world around him shifted. The sound of drums returned, the laughter of children echoed, and Chokuma found himself standing by the river. He saw Ifoni running toward the water, just as before. Without hesitation, Chokuma shouted, "Ifoni, stop!" The boy froze, turning to his father's frantic voice. Moments later, a branch from the large tree by the river snapped and crashed into the spot where Ifoni would have fallen. The villagers rushed over, marveling at the narrow escape. Chokuma held his son close, his heart pounding. He had succeeded, but as he looked into Ifoni's eyes, he noticed something strange. His son's left eye now glowed faintly, like the clock's golden gears. That night, as the village celebrated the festival, Chokuma sat alone in his workshop. He stared at the clock, its hands frozen at midnight. The clock had granted him his wish, but it had left its mark. From that day forward, Ifoni grew into a boy of extraordinary wisdom, speaking of events that had not yet happened. The villagers called him Omumu Oge, child of time. But Chokuma knew the truth. The clock's power was both a blessing and a curse, and its secret would remain his burden to bear.